First game, we got to talk about y'all's matchup, man. Got to talk about it. Miami,
Hmm.
a talented Miami team that's trying to get it together. This past weekend was a little shaky for me watching them, but they're gonna travel to Tallahassee and play the undefeated Florida State Seminoles. Now I know with rivalries like that, you got to throw the records out the door and all of that stuff, but we got to acknowledge Florida State is undefeated. So let's go to you, Dallas, first. What's Miami's pathway to beating Florida State?
It's not Tyler Van Dyke.
Okay.
That is certain. I think that he'll start this game, but if he looks shaky on the first drive, you won't see him again in a Miami uniform. When he is on, gives us our best chance to win. When he is on, we would have a great chance to win that game. The defense is playing well. The offensive line has been unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler has all day to throw this ball. But there's something wrong. I don't know if it's injury. I don't know if it's confidence. I don't know if he can't read zone coverage. I have no idea. But if he comes out shaky, they're going to go to the backups. We've got two. One of them's a true freshman, Emory Williams. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think he's ready for Tallahassee, Doak Campbell Stadium. I'm thankful it's not a night game. Um, but the kid's really accurate. He's really poised. He doesn't have a big arm, but that we don't really need that right now. And then we've got what we call baby Cam Newton.
Mm.
So we've got Ja'Cory Brown, who's a big guy. He can run really well. He's got a humongous arm, just not real accurate. So he requested to redshirt this year so that he can work on his accuracy and become a more complete quarterback. But we've only got 4 games left, including a potential bowl. So he hasn't played all year, so we could play him the rest of the way out and still redshirt both of those guys. So um, I think that's our pathway that if Tyler's not on, that they make a quick decision and use both of those guys throughout the game, and just manage it and keep the score low as possible.
I feel that. I feel that. And I do like you all's defense. I like the youth on your team. Like that Ruben Bain kid he's a
Unbelievable.
monster.
Unbelievable.
Kirby, you need to be making a phone call. We need some we need some help on that edge.
That
So
boy's all Miami, man. All
yeah, yeah,
Miami.
that's what I've
Legacy
seen.
kid.
True that, true that. So Dallas, who's your pick, man?
I have to go with Miami on this game. They've got this is it for them. This is Super Bowl basically for them. They could ruin Florida State's perfect season. It would change the narrative around the program. He would take it on the trail and wreak havoc with that. So I think I'm going to give it to them. I think they'll do what they need to do at the quarterback position. Our offensive line is fantastic. Jared Verse is a great player. Florida State's got a really good defensive line, but our offensive line can handle it. This will be the best offensive line Florida State plays all year. We've got some guys that can make noise on the outside, deep at running back. My biggest concern outside of quarterback, honestly, is there is no one on this roster that can cover Keon Coleman. So
Mm,
I fully expect him to get a ton of yards. But if they can shut down everybody else on the other side of the field, and I think that's doable, I think we'll be all right.
okay. Jada, what's your pick, man?
You mentioned the fact that we're not playing a night game. If this was a night game, I would have no doubt. There is a little bit of concern that I have. And it hinges on three things. The injuries. I wonder if Norvell was holding Keon out because, hey, we should take care of Pitt. Um, Johnny Wilson is dealing with some stuff. He's been in and out. But Keon Coleman, that was a little head scratcher for me. Um, if the two of them are in, I'm 90% sure we win. But it is a rivalry game. You never know what could happen, and the fact that it's not at night in the dope, it's like, dang, we could have had that advantage. The running game. I don't like how Trey Benson is running. Now people see the highlights, but I watched the entire game. I
For
don't like
sure.
how he tiptoes through the hole. Last year he was hitting it.
He
Toafili has now
was.
become our power back for some reason.
I agree.
And I'm like, why aren't we using him more? It seemed like last year we used him more, in the I'm about to go real homer with that, but I don't
Well,
like the
it's
play.
like they switch roles in the offense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't get it. But if we run the ball and we make a concerted effort on first down to run it, get you 3-4 yards. Next thing you know, it'll be a 25-yard pop by Benz. Because even though he tip throws, when he gets through that first line and he breaks that tackle, you ain't catching him. But the main thing is Jordan Travis. He hasn't looked like the Heisman, but he's had great moments. I need him to be good all game and great in spots.
And stay healthy.
Not well, yeah. And I think some of that comes to play calling. He's holding the ball a little bit too much. He's looking for the big play. Just take what's there. Take what's there. I think if we can methodically go down and score on the first two possessions and make it look like, okay, this is what we do, I'm not worried about it. That's the pathway. Obviously, I'm picking us. I'm picking us. 45-3 last year. Even though I couldn't watch it live because I was somewhere else, it was so joyful to watch. I know Miami's gonna come in and try to get some get back, but we got our eyes on bigger things. Last week was the wake up call. Norvell's gonna use that, and we win. I'm gonna give you a score:
Okay.
31-20.
Okay. Okay. I got Florida State winning in a very close game. I think Miami is a lot better than what we saw last weekend, and it's just one of those rivalry games where you can
You never
have
know.
you never know, you never know.
Yeah.
So I got Florida State winning, continue being undefeated in a very close game.
Yeah, I will say I'm more concerned with this game than Florida.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't blame you.
yeah, that's easy work. That's definitely easy work. If you haven't already, look us up on socials at Suplex Dinner Club. That's the home of two podcast projects that I work on. Mondays, Fridays, we talk college football on Dogs versus All Y'all. We don't just talk about Georgia football, we talk about all things college football, hence All Y'all. And on Wednesdays, you know the vibes. Life and Times Pod, which is short for the Life and Times of a Restaurant Lifer podcast, where I have conversations with some cool and interesting people that I've met through my years in the hospitality industry. Let me know down below, what team are you representing? The Suplex Dinner Club family is growing, and I want to know more about you guys.